So we are on the cusp of signing Ekitike, and we're already looking at another attacking player. That player is Rodrygo. We're going to go through that in this article. We're also going to talk about the impact it may have on Luis Diaz. Is he definitely on his way out? He's asked for that move. Impact on Cody Gakpo, impact on Ekitike once he signs, and why might Rodrigo join us from Real Madrid, even though we have to do a deal with Real Madrid. We should get it done because Rodrigo is one of the best exciting young attackers in Europe. Another one added to our team along with Florian Wirtz and Hugo Ekitike. We are setting ourselves up for the next few years. Please watch this whole video. I've got lots to share with you. Let's get into it. Rodrigo to Liverpool transfer accelerates as first contact made and one key term set. The doctors are still preparing for this medical with Hugo Ekitike. He's just arriving. He'll then be leaning on things. Already, we're moving on to the next deal. We're just assuming that contract's going to get signed up by Ekitike, by Frankfurt. He's going to be a red. And now we're going for Rodrigo. What does that mean for Luis Diaz? And we will cover him a little bit in this video, but also in another video later on. But let's talk about this first. Ekitike's impending arrival would take Liverpool's spending on new arrivals this summer to well beyond the 200 million mark. And you're going to add in Mamardashvili, because even though we arranged that last season in the last summer transfer window, he's just arrived. What is happening? Are we bringing in too many players? Is it going to be difficult to make them all gel, or is Arne Slot just a master and he'll find a way to make that work? That's a slight worry, but don't let that dampen the excitement on Ekitike joining, and now talks of Rodrigo speeding up. So foot mercato that Liverpool have taken the next step in the process on getting Rodrigo. What is that step? It's making contact with Real Madrid. Look, I, like most Liverpool fans, get PTSD when I think of Real Madrid. They have trumped us in so many different ways. The Trent deal, back in the day, the McManaman, the Owens deal, the Champions League's finals, the dislocated shoulder of Mo Salah in that final. It's fair to say I'm not one of Real Madrid's biggest fans, even though I admire greatly some of the players they've had there over the years. Zidane is one of my all-time favourites. And I'm a fan of Rodrigo. He's got so much talent, ability, skill, and I think he's got the right mindset. I like his approach to the game. I also like that he's not happy sitting behind Vini Jr. and Mbappe on that kind of left central side of the Real Madrid attack. He wants to be playing. He wants to be a main man. So the Brazilian is set to fully discover Los Blancos' plan for him next season. It's not going to be to gazump Vini Jr., is it? It's not going to be to unsettle Mbappe. So it's going to be cup competitions, coming on as a sub for the last 20-30 minutes. Alonso is clearly going to tell him that, and it's going to have to be straightforward. And I think that's going to make Rodrigo say, please let me go to Liverpool. I'm hoping for that. Florian Plettenberg, we've seen this guy's name everywhere recently, haven't we? Mostly because of Wirtz and Frimpong and Bundesliga, but he seems to have his hand in every league at the moment. And he says that Liverpool have been watching Real closely, watching Rodrigo closely, and believe that Real are open to the sale, and Rodrigo is exploring those options. I think the context here is that if Real said to Rodrigo, you're going to become integral to our season, he would want to stay. But they're not going to say that to him, unlikely. They're going to say you still have to be back up to Vini Jr. and to Mbappe at times, and I think that's going to mean Rodrigo's going to say, I want to go to Liverpool. But there is one huge if in the case of the Reds, Liverpool taking action to make this signing. Before beginning, they have to be certain that they are selling Luis Diaz. Now, Liverpool rejected a 58.6 million offer from Bayern Munich. What about 65? What about 70? Would they accept 70 million? I think they would. Diaz is 28. He said he wants to go. You don't want to keep a player that doesn't want to be at Liverpool. Not when there's so much positive momentum from winning the league last season and now going into the new season with a whole raft of new great players, some of which will be upgrades, others which will be beefing up the depth in our squad. Why would you then want to keep a player that doesn't want to be there and risk that disruption within the squad? You don't want that. Let him go. Just what is the price? What is the minimum price that Liverpool will be happy to let Luis Diaz go to Bayern Munich? Is that 70 million? That sounds all right. That doesn't sound too bad. He's had the best season of his career so far. Cash in now before he dips again. Liverpool.com have gone one step further than that previous article, saying Liverpool have opened talks with Rodrygo's agent over this Real Madrid transfer exit. It is believed 2 more players could join Arne Slot's roster. Diaz, one of the ones going out, Ekitike finally signing and coming in, and Rodrigo also signing. And that would push our summer expenditure past $300 million. That is a statement of a transfer window, isn't it? So Foot Mercato, French outlet, reports that discussions have now commenced between Anfield and Rodrigo's agents. No direct contact has yet been made with Real Madrid. And it's also saying that if Rodrigo did leave Spain, which he doesn't want to do, doesn't want to leave Real Madrid, but if he did, England would be his preferred destination, not PSG in France, not Bayern in Germany. It would be one of the Premier League clubs, and Liverpool is top of the agenda, hopefully. And the Standard, the Evening Standard, Liverpool in discussions for Rodrigo transfer as Real Madrid schedule meeting to decide the future. The winger is reportedly due to have a meeting with Real Madrid. We mentioned that earlier, that he would be meeting with Alonso. What would that discussion look like? I think it's going to be bad news for Rodrigo. The question is, how disappointed is he going to be? We don't want him coming to Liverpool settling for a poor second place in his mind. We want him coming to Liverpool excited about becoming an integral part of our attack. Now, a potential question here is that even if we sell Luis Diaz, we still have Cody Gakpo on the left. So he still has someone to fight against for that left-hand spot. Or could Rodrigo also challenge Ekitike for that number 9 spot, and therefore Darwin Núñez will be on his way out as well as Luis Diaz? Really, you want 2 options for every position. Should I do a video where we do a squad depth thing and we see where may be some gaps? Let me know if that's a good idea. Maybe I should do a squad depth video. Alright, thank you for watching that with me. I really appreciate it. As always, join me on this journey by engaging with me on this channel. I want to grow this fast. Let's see what we can do here. Cheers again for watching. I'll speak to you very soon. Bye bye.